Hey Google, what day is it today?
It is Sunday, the 1st of December 2019.
Hi, happy Vlogmas 2019. I'm doing something kind of Vlogmasy. I am gonna do a little bit of recording every day, but release a video like once a week because I really just can't keep up with the daily editing. But it's an exciting time because it's the last month of the decade, and I'm really trying to be mindful and commemorate this time, take it as an opportunity to reflect while also thinking about how I want to approach the next decade. Not only is it the end of this decade, it's also the start of a new decade in my life. I turned 30 this year. That comes with its own set of things to think about in life. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Good morning. It is December 2nd, 7:30 in the morning, and I'm on my way to work. First day back after a 4-day weekend for Thanksgiving. I can't believe it's December, last month of the decade. Walking to work. Today I'm doing training for Epic, which is a hospital electronic medical record that we're transitioning to, which is a really huge endeavor. Yesterday was pretty chill. Only thing I did outside of the house was watch a soccer game with Howard, La Liga. It's snowing. It is currently snowing. It's not cold enough for anything to be sticking to the ground, but you can see it sticking to my hair. Good morning. It's December 4th, Wednesday, so close to Friday and the weekend. I'm just sitting here drinking my coffee, my feminist cup that I got at the Housing Works thrift store. I've been talking to people about seasonal affective disorder, which I've never officially been diagnosed. Having come from Florida, where the days definitely get shorter, but not to the effect of sunset at 4:30 in the afternoon like it does here in New York. And I noticed some behavioral changes or mood changes when I went to North Carolina, but it was minor, nothing too major to where I felt like I needed to act. Coming to New York, I definitely noticed it the first year. You really don't notice it until after the fact, and you realize that the whole winter feels like it was this big haze that you don't really remember. And so then the year after that, Howard got me a light lamp, which is for people who have these things, which is actually a lot of people. And I make sure now to talk about it with anyone that I meet, especially the people who I know are moving here brand new for the first time, experiencing the winter, coming from somewhere in the South. So I try to do it every morning. I definitely feel like it helped last year. I don't know if it was placebo effect or what, but it got to the point where I would do it every morning before work as I put my makeup on in the morning, because I read that you don't want to look right at it. You want to just kind of let it come in. And then on the weekends, I was feeling really tired, and I wasn't sure, maybe it was the work week and all this, but I just tried continuing the light over the weekend and realized, oh, duh, you're supposed to do it every day, including the weekends. So I started doing it on the weekends, and this year I started it as soon as I could sense that the days were getting shorter. I didn't do it every day in the fall, but especially if there were a couple days where it was rainy and I knew that there wasn't going to be any sunlight, I would do it about 10 minutes. Now I'm full-blown 20 minutes every morning, since we're just a few weeks away from the winter solstice on December 21st, counting down the days for when the days get longer again. All that to say, highly recommend reading a little bit about seasonal affective disorder and why it exists. The crux of it is that the sunlight affects our circadian rhythm, and that gets altered when there's not a lot of sunlight and all of these things, and it subsequently affects our hormonal regulation when it comes to our energy and our mood and all of that. So the purpose of the light is to really kickstart your circadian rhythm. Of course, light does not replace medical advice or anything like that. It really is a comprehensive thing, like light, mental tools, and if you really need to, if those don't work, then there are medication options. I'm a pharmacist. I'm always going to say there's options like that. But also as a pharmacist, we do recommend lifestyle changes as always a complement to the medications, not as a replacement. I've never been diagnosed. I've never seen someone to talk about getting anything prescribed for me. I think that year after year, I've altered my routine to adapt. And this year, I feel like the fatigue and the mood has been more under control, combined with the light and with the awareness of self and of what's coming. Second, I feel like now that all of those are more under control, what I'm seeing now is more of energy and focus. In the fall, I attempted to start running twice a week, and that has fallen off the bandwagon. Really hard to come home and it's dark and think about running in the dark. We'll see. I think that I just need to get it done. 2 years ago, I had a New Year's resolution to do a 5K and started running in January. Howard, my fiance, was like, what? But we did it and it was totally fine. So I just need to get back into the headspace. He's training for a half marathon in January, so he's going and running. Every time I have a choice, I choose not to. Who knows? Maybe today will be the day. We shall see. For those wondering, this is my light. I have it propped up on my little corner shelf where my makeup's on, and as I'm doing it, it faces me. Ooh. And you're able to set the timer. I have overdone this and did it for too long and gotten a headache. So I start with 10 minutes. If I feel like I can do more, the next day I'll raise it back to 20 minutes, and etc., etc. So that's what it looks like. It's really not that big. You can see my hand. I do not have a big hand, but there is a certain wattage that you need to have. And so I will link that down below. Hello, it's like 8:30 at night and I did not go running. I got home about 6:30 from work and was pretty hungry. I went to a grocery store to get a couple of ingredients because yesterday I wanted to make turkey tetrazzini, but we were missing a couple of ingredients. Did a couple changes to the recipe. There's no mushrooms in it because Howard doesn't like mushrooms. Our turkey was so salty, so we'll see how it tastes. All right, taking some leftover turkey, making turkey tetrazzini. I've never made it before, but I've had it. I think it's pretty good. I've got plenty of turkey left, a couple of pounds, so excited to see how this turns out. I hope this fits in here. kind of. Oh, struggles of a tiny kitchen. Don't have a big pot. Well, I have a Dutch oven, but I'm gonna need that. So I think I just underestimated how much water could fit in here. Success. In for 10 minutes. Is there anything more satisfying than melting butter? And go the onions. Turkey's chopped. Noodles are draining. Onions are ready. Pour some flour. A little bit, definitely a lot overfilled. We'll see how it goes. Next is adding this right before it goes into the oven. Trying to tuck into the corners. Oh God, it's going everywhere. All right, here goes nothing. All right. I think that overfilling might have been a mistake because it's so bubbly that it's overflowing, but it looks done. Look at that bubble. All right, first bite. You can kind of see our turkey wasn't really shreddable, so it's in little bite-sized cubes. There's some carrot in there, used egg noodle. It's pretty good. It tastes like noodle from a box from college because of the creaminess of the noodle and the type of noodle. Tastes pretty dang good. And there's enough there to last probably the rest of the week for lunch. I say that that's a success, and I feel like it just kind of rounds out the Thanksgiving experience, making leftovers with your turkey. I'll link the recipe that I used below. One of the other swaps with this specific recipe is that it called for spaghetti, but I used egg noodles because I was seeing egg noodles in a lot of other recipes. So yeah, tastes good. Hello, it's Thursday, December 6th. Gosh, I never know what day it is. Take two, December 5th. Last night made turkey tetrazzini, which was really good, and I packed some for lunch today. I'm really low on meetings today, so I'm really excited to get some actual work done. The weather looks good today. I actually did not use my light lamp this morning since the sun's going to be out, but I might regret that later in the afternoon. We shall see. And we'll also see if today is the day that I actually go on a run. The high is in the low 40s, like 42, so it's possible, but I think what really gets to me is leaving the house when it's dark. I think that's really what I need to learn about how to get over. Happy Thursday. It's almost Friday. Let's see what happens today. All right. It's already the end of the workday, and I told Howard to keep me accountable to run. And I'm about to go home, and I really don't want to do it. We'll see. Just made it home. One of my goals was to run before the sun went down, but when sunset's at 4:28, that's really difficult. Hello. Just got home from work, walking up 4 flights of steps. I always am out of breath. I'm still mentally on track to go running. I think the key is really going to be not settling in. One of the biggest things for me is every time I come home, I change into my pajamas and I sit down and turn the TV on. Today, I'm not going to sit down on the futon. Still in my work clothes, but gonna just go ahead and change and check in to see if Howard's gonna join me if he's on his way home, because the longer I wait, the more chance that there is I will change my mind. It's currently 5:10, 41 degrees outside, completely dark. Let's see what happens. We're doing it. All right, we're doing it. The key is to start as soon as we go outside. It's so cold. We did it. 27 minutes. Almost 30.
Not bad for your first time out in a while.
First time in like over a month.
I don't know, about a month. A couple weeks at least.
Almost a month.
Question mark.
We did it. Now we have to walk up 4 flights of stairs. It's Friday. We made it, or rather, it's at least Friday morning, and we have one more day to get through, but that's okay. Feeling good. Sun's out for now. It's gonna be 51 as a high, so super excited about that. Last night, got the run in, and Howard said this morning that next week is gonna be even colder with the highs in the 20s, and he said, "You probably aren't gonna be running with me, are you?" He just knows me so well. Had the coffee, had the bagel, now just getting ready to go to work. As far as plans for after work, there are none. Maybe we'll get the save the dates put into the envelopes, which we've been saying that we were gonna do for a couple weeks now. Thank you, Vlogmas, for holding us accountable, because when I say it in the morning, that's something that we need to do, puts you all in suspense of whether or not we're gonna do it, and then we end up doing it because I'm like, oof, I don't wanna leave them hanging. Anyway, I think that's all for now. Hope you all have a good one, and we'll see you maybe throughout the day, maybe at the end of the day. We shall see. I'm back. I almost forgot what I really wanted to vlog this morning, which is this. This is a spoon rest that's in our holiday decorations box, and according to Howard, it is a Christmas potato, but I say it's a Christmas gingerbread snowman. I'm seeking public opinion on whether you think this is a Christmas potato or a Christmas snowman. May or may not be made out of gingerbread. I'll leave it up to you. What do you think? I put it up on Instagram for a vote, and Howard said that I led the witnesses because I didn't call it a Christmas potato, but I'm doing it here on YouTube. What do you all think? Comment down below. We made it. Whew, my hair. Ugh, I did not wash it after the run yesterday. Finally got home. It is about 5:50. On my way home, I went to Book Culture, which is our local independent bookstore that I like to support when I can. And I went to get a book for a book club I was invited to in January. And obviously, I came home with more than just that book. I had to stop by all of the different sections, including the bargain section, new literature, etc. It was such a feel-good time. Just looking, I don't know about you, but I love looking at all of the covers and just looking, reading the backs to see what they're about. Seeing a book that looks interesting, and I look on my Amazon app for all the reviews. You know, it's just, there's something about it, and there's definitely lots of sirens outside. But before Howard gets here to do a Friday happy hour, let me show you what I got. First off, sorry for the sirens. How cute is this tote? I figure with all the books that I got, instead of getting plastic, I should get a tote bag. And here's what I got. Oh my, oh my, oh my. First, this was from the bargain section. It's called City of Dreams, the 400-Year Epic History of Immigrant New York. I'm trying to beef up my immigrant section of my personal library. It's about all the people that have come through this city to make the United States what it is today. Also up is A History of New York in 27 Buildings. I got this because Howard was reading it before on our last visit, and he said it was super interesting. Again, he loves history, so I thought I'd surprise him with it. Apparently, it follows the history of New York with various different buildings in the city, so I wonder if the Bowery Boys have something about this. Howard just got home. It turns out the Bowery Boys are the second on the list. Silly me. Third is called America Is Not the Heart. This is a fiction book by Elaine Castillo, who is a Filipina author, and this had a lot of positive acclaim, including one of NPR's Best Book of the Year. I'm adding this to my fiction list in addition to The Farm by Joanne Ramos, who is also a Filipino author. Really excited to beef up not just my immigrant genre, I don't even know, of books, but especially the Filipino section. And then finally, my book club book is In the Dream House. This is Carmen Maria Machado's memoir. I haven't read her other book, Her Body and Other Parties. I did see her in a book event at the Strand, along with the author of Pachinko, Minjin Lee, and the author of This Will Be My Undoing, Morgan Jerkins, which I have both of their books. So excited to round out my collection from that panel. I think it's a couple years ago now, and I'm excited to see what this has in store. Isn't it beautiful? I love a good book stack. The problem is my shelves are getting kind of full. I have some more here. I clearly have a problem. But look, see? Okay, Morgan Jerkins. These are my Minjin Lee books, Pachinko and Free Food for Millionaires, and this is The Farm that I was talking about with the Filipino author. So that's it, at least for now. Just waiting for the buzzer for when Howard gets home, and gonna see if we maybe try a new place for dinner/happy hour tonight. We'll see.
Dress myself in green. I went down onto the sea. Jealousy, turn your seats into the sea. Turn into sick lullaby, choking on your alibi. You just to sit around, told me you're fine when you go, make you happy when you're sad, make you the way you were bad. I'm not a human, I'm a dog. I'm your conscious and up. All I really need is to know that you believe that I would go for you. That goes on. Oh la dee, oh la da, that goes on. That goes on. And if you want some fun, say oh la dee la da.
Hi, it's Saturday, December 7th. I spent most of today relaxing, watching YouTube, and editing this vlog. A couple things. I've been saying Vlogmas in the vlogs. It really should be Vlogmas. I am also doing Vlogmas in my own different way, where similar to this, I want to set a goal for posting once a week. I'll link down below to my website where you can read why that's the case and my rationale and the different boundaries that I've set for myself and expectations for this month. I hope you've enjoyed seeing little bits of what it's like living here in New York City, a little bit about how I have learned to manage some of the winter blues and a little bit of food venturing, whether it was cooking in our tiny kitchen or going and exploring some new places. We've never been to Prohibition before, at least to eat. Howard's been a couple times to see some live music, which I hope you enjoyed. So this was our first time going for dinner, and it was really good. So I think that's going to be one of our regular spots. I will wait to share what the results for the Christmas potato versus Christmas snowman poll was, because I want to give you a chance to share your opinion on the YouTube link, and I will share the results in next week's vlog to give you some time. Stay tuned for that, and stay tuned if I'm gonna be running again, and stay tuned to see if we finally envelope the save the dates. Next week there should be a lot more fun in store. You just never know here in New York, because something could pop up same day or next day, and it could be something insane. So stay tuned. I hope you keep watching and subscribe. Let me know if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see, and thanks again.